I'm a procrastinator by nature. I've perfected the art. Waiting till the last minute to get things done. Somehow, I usually pull it off. But in order to test my theory, I guess I've moved my timeline up 2 months. So instead of getting there in November or starting the whole process of actually living there in November, I'm moving in September now. So, no pressure. Welcome to Merritt's Movin. I'm Merritt. And in about 2 months, I'm heading to Vietnam to start teaching. Earlier this year, I decided to stop my 22-year career here in Arizona and take my talents somewhere else. And so I started doing research. I researched South America, Europe, Africa, and Asia. And then Southeast Asia really struck my interest with their cultures and stuff. But that's for another time. Just know that I did a lot of research and decided on Vietnam. Right now, I'm just trying to juggle what I have to do here in order to make it a lot less stressful for when I move over there. And that's what this episode's about. So, join me for the ride, will ya? You might learn some stuff, or you might learn what not to do, or you might just watch me and go, I'm glad I'm not that guy. Either way, welcome. Hope you enjoy.
Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say. I never want to let you down or have you go.
In this episode, what we're covering is where I'm at financially and what I'm doing about it, the paperwork timeline, everything that needs to be legalized or apostilled before I go over there, and what other things I've done since coming back from Crested Butte. There's a sad one that happens in here, so fair warning. It's a lot, so let's go. So, I knew what I was getting into, and I knew this was going to be stressful. And I also knew that if I let stress win and take over, well, I'd be useless for the rest of the summer. So I made a deal with myself. Take care of me, and hopefully it'll take care of itself. So I went back to the gym, started working out, using the sauna and the hot tub, and feeling good. Yeah, for those of you that know me, it's been a decade since I've done this. But I think it's time. I'm actually caring about what I eat. It's kind of crazy. Every Tuesday, my son and I go to the movies. It doesn't matter what's playing, we go. That's our thing before he heads off to college. And honestly, it's the best thing about this summer. I also bought a Kindle. It's kind of a compromise. I have hundreds of books. I got rid of a ton, but I still have some that I really wanted to hold on to. So only like 50 or 100. So instead of trying to ship all those over to Vietnam and cost more money than an apartment would cost for a few months, I decided the Kindle would be the best way to have that reading ability without, taking all that weight. So that was like a kind of a big compromise. I'm kind of addicted to the physical books, but I think I can learn to love it. Hopefully at least like it enough to keep reading and do some stuff that way. I also took a job as an AI evaluator. Now, I know AI is a touchy subject. I refuse AI for art, even though my logo might be made by AI because I'm waiting for my son to finish my logo. But that's temporary, and I had to do it, I guess. But when it comes to AI for processes and thinking things out with your assistance and information, I've seen it work some really cool things in the educational sector. And that's kind of what I'm evaluating for. I'm evaluating it for educational purposes. So like special education teachers, when they create agendas or if they want to work on these different goals and make data points and all this stuff, they can do that really fluidly with AI's help. And it's not like thinking for them or anything. It's just taking what they already know and saving them 2 hours of creating different forms, because it will create the forms or create the slideshow for the meeting or anything else for it. So it's been really cool. So that's just to say that I haven't just been sitting around eating um, chips or anything. Well, I mean, that's not all I've been doing anyway, right? Let's talk about stuff. 22 years of living in one state means you accumulate a lot of stuff. I had a system though. I went through the whole house, every room, the garage, and physically labeled everything. Get rid of, go to my son's, go to my mom's, or sell. Sounds simple, right? Here's what that actually looks like in practice. You pick something up you bought 15 years ago and be nostalgic about it for about 30 seconds, and then you put a sell sticker on it and move on. Repeat 400 times. Big win so far? I did sell Veronica. That's the sad thing I was talking about earlier. For the uninitiated, Veronica was my 1994 GMC Vandura camper van. She was beautiful to me. She also wasn't coming to Vietnam. She found a good home, and that was the right call. Everything else is getting photographed, posted on Facebook Marketplace and local Facebook groups, whatever moves the fastest. Hey, if you're in the Gilbert area and need some stuff, let me know. I have a very eclectic collection of things, so stay tuned for that and check my Facebook. Okay, the part that probably matters most if you're thinking about doing something like this is the paperwork. Now, people don't usually lead with this when they talk about teaching abroad, but your documents don't just need to exist, and you just don't need to have it. You have to have it legalized, authenticated, and apostilled. I think that's what it's called. There's a whole process, and it doesn't take too long, but probably longer than you might expect. For Vietnam, I need to go get my 2 degrees and my TESOL certification all authenticated, which means getting them apostilled or whatever, which is basically a government stamp that says that, yes, we say that these are real from a real institution wherever you got them from. Each has to go through the right state and federal channels, and there's timelines involved, stuff like that. I also need to get a criminal background check, which sounds intense if you haven't done it before, but it's really not unless you've done something that you need to worry about. The timeline matters on that because it has to be recent, and it takes a few weeks to come back, but it can't be too recent to where I can't get it apostilled, that sort of thing. So my advice is, if you're thinking about doing this, start the document process before you think you need to. I moved my departure date up by 2 months, which means my original comfortable timeline got a little bit less comfortable. Luckily, I already have my TESOL and my certificates, my degrees legalized, so that's ready to go. The other thing on the timeline, I plan to start interviewing with universities and language centers in September and October, once I'm actually in Vietnam. I'll still be doing most of the interviews online because that's kind of how they do that, but I will make a few in-person meetings at local universities as I go through. So hopefully I'll have some of those connections lined up before we land. But when you're moving out of the country to Vietnam in 2 months, you kind of find a way to figure it out. Step 2, I had some credit card debt at a high interest rate because of things that have happened. So I transferred that to a 0% card with a balance transfer and bought myself some time, and hopefully with the sale of my other car, that'll help it out. So that's not revolutionary, but it kind of matters when you're trying to create some breathing room, because I have a few months over there that I won't be getting paid. And the big one is something that I didn't really know I could do until I started researching it. So teachers, listen up. I'm rolling my Arizona State retirement into 2 separate IRAs. One of them I'm going to draw monthly payments from that aren't penalized. They're taxed like income, but I'm not taking a significant amount. And it's called like a 72T or whatever. You just pay income tax, and I'm going to leave the other IRA alone until I'm 59 and a half. Now, I want to be clear, I didn't do all this stuff on my own because I don't trust myself. I talked to a financial planner. And if you're in a similar situation, retirement, that sort of thing, I suggest you talk to a professional. Please, God, don't listen to me. This is just right now my plan. Hopefully it's going to work out. All right. Right before I leave, like I said, I am planning on selling my 4Runner, and pretty much everything else left either gets sold very quickly or tossed. I'm going to open up a Charles Schwab bank account because internationally it doesn't have ATM fees or foreign transaction fees. So it's perfect for over there. If you're going to go across the country, or sorry, out of the country, that's the move to make. Okay?
So, what have I got left to do? Well, there's a lot, but I've done a lot. So here's a running list of what's going on right now. I've downloaded some apps, Grab, Zalo, and some other things. Vietnam uses a QR code system for a lot of their payments, whether it's the markets or the street food and that sort of thing. And Grab is like our version of Uber, but it's motorbikes and buses and cars. Maybe not buses, but also if you need a toothbrush or if you need a mattress or if you need anything, Grab can just have somebody go to the store, buy it for you, and bring it. It's pretty cool. I need to look at travel insurance. I'm looking at a company named Safety Wing. From what I've read, they're the cheapest, but also one of the best. So that'll be good because I'll need insurance over there until about February because I don't start till the end of November. So I want to have a little overlap just in case there's any issues with the school that I get put with or the language center that I get put with getting my insurance up and running. I need to pack and I need to fit my whole life into 2 suitcases. So that'll be real fun to do. I have been called a hoarder by some people. I take offense to it. You know who you are. But anyway, I am whittling things down. I think I'm doing okay. Obviously, I think you've seen the place. It looks okay. I don't know. Anyway, and the most important thing that I have to do this summer is get my kid to college. My youngest is going to be going down to Tucson. So I am super excited about that. It will be the happiest, saddest day that I've had in a very long time. So yay, kids leaving. Anyway, I've done a lot. I've made no big mistakes yet. If you've noticed any mistakes that I've made, please put them down in the doodly-doo. I love hearing when I mess up because it's only happened, I think, once. Back in 1987, I thought I was wrong, but I wasn't. So that's the only time I've been wrong. Anyway, if you're getting anything out of this, I'm super happy. I don't know what you're getting out of it, but good for you. And if you're not getting anything out of it, what do you expect? Either way, let me know down, and I'm going to continue to call it the doodly doo. And let me know what you think. Give me some ideas on what I could talk about or cover. What you guys want to see. I know hopefully some of my students, former students, I'm sadly calling them now, are watching. So hello. And either way, on the next episode of Merritt's Movin', I will be kind of going through the process of what makes it to Vietnam and what doesn't. I'm going to maybe do a little time-lapse video of me packing all of my stuff to see if it actually fits into the suitcases, and I'm going to weigh them and see if they fit that. I think it's 55 pounds and under. So anyway, hope you guys join me next time. Again, getting the doobly-doo. And for my kids out there, smash that like button. Hit the, oh God, I can't even do it with a straight face. Do what you want to do. All right, live your life. Okay, you do you. And I'll catch you on the flip side.
This way for all the dirty looks, the photographs your boyfriend took. Remember when you broke your foot from jumping out the second floor?
All right, if you're still watching, check the book list out. See if anything is familiar to you. You might want to pause it as you go through and read the titles that I put in there, because some of them are absolutely real. Most of them are actually real, but there might be a couple of phrases or something in there. So.
The second floor.